From our studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee.
Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. Breezy start to our work week here in the Iowa Great Lakes. And but you know what? Last month was Landscape Architect Month, and we're talking today with Mike Cedar, Landscape Architect, Beck Engineering, and I'm just going to celebrate anyway, Mike, because we've had so much going on here in the Iowa Great Lakes, and Beck Engineering has played a huge part in it. And well, welcome, first of all. They didn't even give you a chance to say hi.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Because I tell you, of course, first of all, graduate of Iowa State. Go State. And
yes, go Cyclones.
Yeah, go Cyclones. Whoever thought this early we'd be excited about football season starting again?
I know, we flopped. Now we're football instead of basketball. But
yeah, well, after as long as I've waited, I'm okay with it for right now. We'll get basketball back to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
But we're not here to talk sports. This isn't sports talk today, everybody. Mike, tell us a little bit about what you do with your career, landscape architect, engineer.
Well, this time of year is a really good time to be talking about landscape architecture. It's why they have Landscape Architecture Month in the spring. You're just starting to notice, obviously as the weather is starting to get better, people are enjoying outdoor spaces, especially in this area. This place is primo for people enjoying the outdoors, and really that's what my role is. My job is to design outdoor environments for people to use, and it's about creating authentic places for people to experience. They can walk away thinking this is a great place to be. This is where I want to spend my summer. So to me, it's landscape architecture is a great blend of science and art. It's kind of in that middle ground where we have the artistic side. We start with the vision on a project. Typically, I'm more involved early on in a project.
Right.
Grand vision, what do we want to do with this space, create some renderings, generate some excitement, and then we move into more engineering plans, construction documents, and all that typical, construction related process.
Right.
So to me, the fun part's the front end part, the part where we get to toss some ideas out and see what people like, and then execution is the majority of what we work on.
Right.
So all the little details from paving design to material selections to plant material, art, sculpture, lighting, it all comes into play. It's really fun for me, just as a landscape architect, just the wide variety of things that you can work on, project types that you can work on. You'll see landscape architects working for city governments and in planning departments, and you'll see residential landscape designers. You'll see, it's just a very broad, general outdoor environment related.
And you've had a great, and I'm going to just compare it to being an artist, and you've had a great tapestry to work on here in the Iowa Great Lakes with collaborations with Beck Engineering, and of course Imagine Iowa Great Lakes, and we're just feet away from some of the stuff that you've had a chance to work on. Yeah,
pinch yourself, amazing opportunities since I've joined Beck 2 years ago. With everything that Imagine Iowa Great Lakes is doing for the area, once in a lifetime type projects. The State Pier right outside here is a signature piece for me, certainly one of my favorite projects I've ever worked on, and just totally unique. The opportunities to invest in places that people hang out is something that is super concentrated around here, and it's very useful. It makes so much sense. We spend summers here, my family and I were here so much, and to be able to walk around projects that you've designed and worked on and know every inch of is a pretty cool experience.
It's got to be kind of cool that when the people are taking selfies on something that you worked on, and you see a lot of people doing it too,
Right, yeah. You see pictures pop up online of that pier almost daily in the summer, people enjoying it, and I just love seeing those pictures of people all over it, crossing this way and that, and just making use of this space. We have such a beautiful environment here. With the views of the lake and the park here, just excited to see as these other projects move and develop, just what kind of overall feeling you can get.
And you're taking some things that people for generations have, looking out at the lake and walking by the amusement park and so forth, and enhanced all that that for generations people will continue to enjoy those things, and like I say, in a more enhanced way with a lot of the developments that you've worked on.
Yeah, really, and these projects are built to last. The intention is that these are here for decades, and people can enjoy them for years to come. So the investment in the area is just super exciting, and just so lucky to be able to work on it. Imagine Iowa Great Lakes has been fantastic to work with, and we're building on our momentum and going to continue to work on improving the area.
Yeah, and not just right here at the amusement park. I mean, through Beck Engineering and also with Imagine, you've had other things throughout the area you've had a chance to work on as well.
Right. Yeah. This summer we'll see the Tatanka Ska Trailhead being completed over by Hy-Vee and Spirit Lake. So the last fall we've got the restroom shelter installed, working on some finishing touches to the construction documents, structural engineering of the shelter itself. But it'll be a very cool, very unique shelter that we've been able to collaborate with J-Term at the Spirit Lake High School with Brad Travis. The kids have put together a lot of the finishing touches that we'll be adding to the shelter. So just a really cool collaboration, and for those J-Term students to be able to drive by and say, "Hey, I built that."
I built that, yeah, and incorporating again, going back historical with our American Indian heritage through the Iowa Great Lakes, and with the tower and everything, and the colors that are being used and so forth, bringing another aspect of our history in it too as well.
Right, and I worked with the trails, with Dickinson County Trails Board on getting approvals for the design, and we ran through several options, and I've worked hand in hand with Aaron Reed on picking all of the materials. But it started with a vision, and that vision was let's take some inspiration from Lakota beadwork, the Tatanka Ska, meaning white buffalo, and trying to incorporate those themes in our shelter. And I think it's going to create a really cool, unique look. It won't be your typical trailhead. So,
right. Yeah.
And we're excited to see it. So.
And tying in another aspect of the Iowa Great Lakes that people love so much are trails, and always growing, always being improved upon, and this trailhead is going to be a wonderful thing. Yeah,
it's a great way right at the confluence of two trails, the Tatanka Ska Trace and the Spine Trail. Just creates a really cool opportunity, and there was an existing parking lot there that we could make use of.
Yeah.
So it's a great place for people. High visibility from the highway.
Yeah.
You'll be able to park there and then branch off. So eventually, the trail system, they've done tremendous work.
Oh my goodness.
With building trails around the community. And it's just it's quite a draw.
Yeah,
it really is.
Speaking of another draw, and that's more and more our Lake Street right here of Arnold's Park Amusement Park, and I know beginning stages of looking and imagining what could this become, where could this go from here.
Yeah, so that's the fun part, right?
Yeah.
So right in the throes of that. We don't know exactly what shape it's going to take, but working on some preliminary designs for a new streetscape out here, improvements to Harmony Park, and then just creating adding some pavers potentially on the street. Just creating a more inviting environment, really thinking about Lake Street as that connection between all these projects that are happening with the amphitheater and the boardwalk and the pier, and now using Lake Street to really connect all those dots. So such a great place to hang out. It's packed full of people every farmer's market.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Every weekend in the summertime. So we're excited for what potential there is on that street.
Absolutely. Any other projects that are in the works or that you'd like to mention? We're celebrating.
Well, right. Well, locally we're working on several projects in the planning stages. So I think you've mentioned or talked about with Michelle Goodnow the Trestle Bridge.
Yes.
So we're looking at some opportunities there for enhancement. And then, generally we're working in the region Northwest Iowa, so I'm working on residential developments, everything from large scale to very small scale. So it keeps things interesting, and there's always something new to do every day.
Yeah. Wow. Do you ever pinch yourself thinking, man, I get to work here in the Iowa Great Lakes and with Beck Engineering and this large canvas that we have that just keeps getting improved upon.
Yeah, just amazing opportunities up here, and again, never would have envisioned the type of projects that we're working on when I moved home a couple of years ago and started working for Beck Engineering, and great projects, great people. It's been a really great experience.
Yeah, you're a lucky young man. You get to work in these things and be a part of it. But since April was Landscape Architecture Month, just thought we'd talk about some of the great things we've had a chance to work on, and we'll celebrate in our own way. You know, every time we walk out on the pier, the Preservation Plaza, whatever, we can celebrate the work that's been done.
Yep, exactly. That's the best way to celebrate Landscape Architecture Month, or landscape architecture and design in general, is to just go out and enjoy those spaces. That's what they're there for.
That's right, and we're getting to that weather now where we can enjoy it a lot more too. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, my friend, thank you for coming in. Pleasure to talk to you and catch up on what may be coming up here, because it always seems like we see you guys out somewhere.
Appreciate it, Jeff.
That's
Thank
good
you.
stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Mike Cedar here with us today from Beck Engineering. We want to thank him for taking time with us, and go out and make it a great week. Put a little extra gel in the hair today. It's blowing all over the place, but we thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast.
Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you by the Scott Troutman State Farm Agency in Spirit Lake, Pure Fishing in Spirit Lake, Last Touch Painting and Cleaning, providing interior, exterior, house painting, and professional cleaning services in Spirit Lake. Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services. Advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. Ducky's Marine and Motorsports Repair in Spirit Lake. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Ruthven Locker at the Lake, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji.